today I'm going to be doing a review on the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. I've been wanting to do this review for a while, but I wanted to give myself some time to try out the product first before I gave you guys a review, because I always want to be honest on my channel about how I feel about certain products, and I want to make sure that I really love them or I really hate them or somewhere in between before I make a video about it and let you guys know how I feel. So I've been using this product for a couple months now. I bought it around Christmas time. I actually was gifted an eyeshadow palette that I didn't really like, so I brought it to Sephora and used some of the credit and then some money that I had saved up to purchase this. This is what the palette looks like on the outside. I'll actually insert a close-up so you can see what the packaging looks like. The packaging is very sturdy. The only complaint I have about this type of packaging is it's kind of like the NARS packaging, where if you have makeup on your hands or you put this in your makeup bag, or basically if it comes into contact with any other makeup, the makeup will stick to the palette and make it look incredibly dirty. I personally don't like packaging like that, just because I like for all my palettes to look clean and presentable. Just because I like to show them, you know, just because I like to have them out and looking presentable. And so when you actually open up the palette, there's a mirror right here, and then there's 6 different shades, 3 highlight shades and 3 contour shades. The thing I like about this palette is that it has colors for all sorts of skin tones. Yes, there are only 6 different colors, but I think that it can suit any skin tone really well. You have your fair shades, medium shades, and your dark shades, so I think it's really great. I think that Kat Von D did a great job with this. So I tend to gravitate toward 3 shades in this palette. This one right here, which is called Lyric, it's a highlight shade, and it's a yellow toned highlight shade, almost like a banana powder. And then these 2 contour shades right here, which are Shadow Play and Subconscious, which I mix together to get my contour. And then I'm actually going to show you guys how I do my contour at the end of this video. So all of these shades are incredibly pigmented. I'll do some swatches for you right now. Okay, so the first shade right here is Levitation, and this has, I want to say, peachy and yellow undertones. I don't know if you can see that. Again, I'll show close-ups of all the shades. This is the lightest highlight shade in the palette. I tend to not use this one too much because it doesn't really show up on my skin tone unless I'm incredibly tanned, which I'm not tan that often. So the thing I like about these highlight shades is that they're not sparkly. I know a lot of other contour palettes, the highlight shades are sparkly, and I don't tend to gravitate towards those. I like to have highlights that are matte because they're good for setting your under eyes, for baking, for making everything look a little more chiseled. They just have more functions than a sparkly highlighter would. And of course I love glitter highlight, but this has so many more uses because they are matte. But I tend to actually gravitate toward this middle shade, which is called Lyric, and it's a yellow highlight powder, kind of like a banana powder. I've never had a highlight that is this color, and I think this looks amazing on my skin whether I'm tan or not. It really makes my under eyes pop. Like I said, you can use it to bake your bronzer. Like I said, you can use it to bake your concealer or your foundation. It brightens up my whole face and makes me look more awake, especially underneath my eyes. So I absolutely love this shade, and this is something I use nearly every single day. And then the last shade is called Lucid. And again, this is not really a shade I reach for too often. This would be good for darker skin tones because it's a peachy highlighter. I think they're all beautiful. They're all highly pigmented, but my absolute favorite is Lyric because I just find that it looks the best on my skin tone. Then there's 3 contour shades, again for fair, medium, and dark skin tones. So the first color of the contour shades is Subconscious. I really love this color. I think it's a little too deep for my skin tone, so like I said, I tend to mix these 2. I mix it with the second color, which is called Shadow Play, which is more of an orangey brown, and I think that that just looks really good on my skin tone and really works well for my contour. The last contour shade in the palette is Sombre, and this is the darkest contour shade. And like I'll show you guys at the end of the video, I like to take a very little bit of this color and I just go over the contour I already have with the corner of my brush just to make it a little more dark and chiseled. So you can actually buy this palette at Sephora for $46, which I think is a good price for the amount of product you get. Like I said, I've been using this since Christmas time nearly every day, and I still haven't hit pan on any of the shades. To be doing a video later down the line where I do a comparison between this contour palette and the Anastasia Beverly Hills contour palette, because the Anastasia one is the first contour palette I ever bought, and I know a lot of people aren't really sure where to start with contour palettes. The Kat Von D Shade Light palette actually hadn't been released yet when I was trying to figure out which contour palette I wanted to buy, but I know a lot of people have difficulty trying to figure out which contour palette they should get for their first contour palette, especially since they're all around $50 or less. So yeah, I will be doing a comparison of the two, and hopefully that will help people figure out which one to buy. But I absolutely love this palette. I think it's stunning. $46 may seem like a lot to some people, but again, for the amount of product you get and the pigmentation and the longevity of it, I think it's completely worth the money. I know I'll put these on in the morning when I do my makeup, and my contour still looks great at the end of the day. They don't fade. They're highly pigmented, like I said, and you know, again, I bought this months ago. I bought it in December, and it's June now, and again, using it every single day and still haven't hit pan on any of the colors, so I think it's completely worth it. I'll leave a link to it down below if you guys are interested in buying it. Okay, so now I'm going to show you guys my normal contour routine using this palette. Right now I don't have anything on my cheeks, so I'm going to show you how I contour and then apply my blush and highlight afterwards. So typically when I'm doing my contour using this palette, I will take these two colors right here, and I'll show you a close-up. These are Shadow Play and Subconscious, and then I take them on a Sephora Pro Contour brush, and this is the number 74. So I'll typically just go right at the top of my ear and just go down my cheekbone. I just like to keep adding until it's the color I like. And I go down to about the end of my nose, so like right here. And I kind of try and make like a little curved shape. I know a lot of people do the 3, and I also do that. And then I just drag it up here. And onto my forehead. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Okay, so once I have all of the colors down, then the next thing I do is blend it out. My favorite brush to use for that is a Real Techniques powder brush. It just looks like this. It's super fluffy and is really great for blending. Okay, so the next step in my makeup routine after contouring would be to do my blush. So today I'm going to be applying Dame by MAC, which just looks like this. It's a really pretty pink. And to apply it, I'm going to be using the MAC 200 brush. I absolutely love this brush. I know it's really dirty. I'm gonna finally, I like to apply my highlighter. So today I'm going to be using the Becca Jaclyn Hill Champagne Pop highlighter. I am in love with this highlighter. But other than that, that's it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please make sure that if you're not subscribed, that you subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!